If your medical records are leaked, what do? The move can sometimes put you in a bad spot in terms of finding a job, or it can ruin your reputation. Here's what attorney Jay Davis has to say in tonight's It's the Law. Tonight on It's the Law, we're talking medical history. A few weeks ago, several athletes had their medical history leaked. Now, our legal analyst, Jay Davis, is here to talk more about that. Jay, if something like this were to happen to, say, you or I, whose head will essentially roll for something like that? Is someone to blame?
Sometimes there's someone to blame. How did it get out? So there's people who are in charge of keeping medical data. The insurance companies, doctors' offices, that type of thing. It's their job to do it, and there are certain state regulations. Generally, you don't have a cause of action against them for some sort of leakage. It's a violation of HIPAA generally, and the state or the federal government has a right to enforce those laws and come against you for criminal charges or civil charges if it goes that way. But if you have something that has somehow disparaged you or somehow has done something, you may be able, because they are violating another law, you may be able to get in there with a tort action. But you'll have to show the damage that was caused by that action.
I was just going to say, leaking of your medical records, stops you from getting a job or ruins your reputation for something that you may have had or something that may have happened to you. What do you do then?
Well, you may, like I say, you may have a tort action if they did that with some sort of intent or some sort of recklessness that rose to the, that you could show the damage that happened to you. Now, if you did not get a job that you were otherwise asked and all it did was make known what you had lied about or you had covered up, then there may not be seen damages in that. The damages might have been what you were trying to inflict on someone else. So you may have to be careful about that. But it used to be a lot of times that people who had HIV or the AIDS virus full-blown, when there was the different terminology with that, it used to be that those had stereotypes with them that people would stay away from, and that caused physical damage to people. Anything like that, something that shows something that maybe people would be more apprehensive to have contact with you, you could probably show the damage that you would need to do.
All right, Jay, thanks so much. And as always, we want to hear your legal questions. If you have any, you can email us at itsthelaw@41NBC.com. We'll do our best to answer it during our It's the Law segment each Wednesday right here on the news at 6.